Let S be the set of 1 minus 1 over n, where n is an element of the set of real numbers. Let's use the Archimedean principle to show that the supremum of S is equal to 1. To prove this, we should note that 1 is an upper bound since 1 minus 1 over n is less than 1 for all n na element ng set of real numbers natin. Okay? Di ba kapag nag-minus tayo ng 1 over something dito, paliit lang to ng paliit. Okay? And this is now less than 1. Hindi pwedeng maging equal to 1 to kasi hindi naman pwedeng maging 0 itong 1 over n natin. Okay? So, bounded above siya by 1. Now, let's prove this. We know that S is bounded above by 1. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Then, we are sure that yung S natin ay merong supremum. By the completeness property of R, sure tayo na yung S natin ay merong supremum. And let's say yung supremum na yun ay U. Since alam natin na 1 is an upper bound of S, then sure tayo that U is less than or equal to 1. Okay? Yung supremum natin is less than or equal to 1. Note that for any epsilon greater than 0, there exists an n na element ng set of natural numbers such that 1 over epsilon is less than or equal to n. The Archimedean property assures us of this. Okay? So 1 over epsilon less than or equal to n is equivalent to 1 over n is less than or equal to E. Gamitan lang natin yan ng some algebraic manipulation. Now, gusto natin na itong part na ito maging kamukha nito. Ba? So, what shall we do? So, by some algebraic manipulation, pwede tayong mag-multiply ng negative 1. That becomes negative of 1 over n is greater than or equal to negative of epsilon. Ngayon, magdagdag naman tayo ng 1. So that becomes 1 minus 1 over n is greater than or equal to 1 minus epsilon. So, eto ngayon, kamukha na niya yung eto. Ano ngayon ang ibig sabihin nito? Since 1 minus 1 over n now is greater than or equal to 1 minus epsilon, this means that 1 minus epsilon is not an upper bound of set S. Kasi mas maliit na siya sa 1 minus 1 over n. Kaya hindi na siya upper bound. Observe that 1 minus epsilon is less than or equal to 1 minus 1 over n, which is less than or equal to u, na less than din or equal to 1. Or equivalently, pwede lang nating isulat ito na u is greater than or equal to 1 minus epsilon, but less than or equal to 1. Ngayon, meron tayong theorem na ganito na nagsasabi na if A is an element of the set of real numbers such that A is greater than or equal to 0 but less than epsilon, for every epsilon greater than 0, then A is equal to 0. So, ang gusto natin, etong part na to, maging kamukha nito para magamit natin itong theorem na ito. So, anong kailangan natin gawin? If we multiply negative 1, we have negative u is less than or equal to negative 1 plus epsilon, but greater than or equal to negative 1. And by adding 1, we have 1 minus u is less than or equal to epsilon, but greater than or equal to 0. Or in standard form, that is just equal to 1 minus u is greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to epsilon. Balikan natin yung theorem natin kanina. We can see that etong part na to, parehas na sila ng form. Then, pwede na natin gamitin yung theorem 2. By theorem 2 now, 1 over u is equal to 0 or u is equal to 1. Therefore, u na supremum ng S natin is indeed equal to 1.